Welcome in. Welcome in to this exclusive trade alert video for the indicator bundle. If you just signed up to the indicator bundle, welcome in. I also unlocked this video for everyone who signed up before to the indicator bundle. So welcome in to you too. This is video 1 of 3. I'm going to provide just a crazy amount of value. There's a lot of buying opportunities that are coming up. I'm going to cover 2 stocks and 2 altcoins in 3 videos. It's going to be jam-packed. This is video 1 of 3. So right away, when you look at the markets are taking a turn and the tide is kind of shifting. Signals that come into the market maybe 2 or 3 times a year are about to hit. So it's going to be a big deal. Now, a couple things I want to make clear about these alerts. These are from my perspective. I could care less what's going to happen today or tomorrow or the next day if it goes up, down, backwards, forwards, irrelevant. These are all longer term plays, and this is what I want you to get into the mindset of doing. I want you to trade a lot less. I know you just signed up to the indicator bundle. Now you have significantly stronger tools to make you a lot more money. But this is coming from my perspective. I started trading at 16. That's more than 20 years ago. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is to play the longer game. That's when significant wealth is made or lost. It's lost in the short term, it's gained in the long term. So if you're in the mindset of, hey, what is this crypto gonna do tomorrow? Oh my God, it's up 2%, it's down, and then it's back. Take that thought process and throw it in the garbage. That's where it belongs. I need you to start thinking, okay, I'm gonna enter a position in something because of the charts that only happens 2 or 3 times per year. It's a bold signal, and I'm going to play the longer game and watch what happens to your portfolio. Inside these 3 trade alert videos, there's just going to be a crazy amount of value that will really, really impact what you're doing. Easily, these 3 videos will make you more than the indicator bundle cost already. And then you just use the indicator bundle the rest of your life for pure profit. That's the strategy here, okay? So every alert I'm going to give you has nothing to do with what that stock or crypto is doing today, tomorrow, the next day, or even next week, or even next month. Completely irrelevant. These alerts are for these longer term. That's where you're going to make all of your money. So I want you to trade less. I want you to be patient. I want you to stay level-headed. And I want you to try to think about the market in terms of, okay, instead of making this little play that you were going to do before, you're going to look at higher time frames and look for bigger plays that you can be in for a longer period of time to gain a lot more wealth. So we're going to start out today with Coinbase. What we noticed right away about Coinbase is that it's had a parabolic rise from the bottom. Now, if you've been following me for a while and you're in the FFA, you got a trade alert for Coinbase at $60, and it rallied all the way up to, what did it get to all the way up here? Almost 300, 280. This is what I try to look for in the markets, are bigger plays. To go from 60 to 280, I said at the beginning of the bull cycle that I thought Coinbase was going to be the best bang for the buck out of literally anything you can put your money into. Right after I said that, they had the SEC was suing them and all this chaos, and I still stuck by what I believe. But Coinbase has these signals that happen every once in a while. We had a stochastic RSI cross up back Christmas time, 2022. We didn't get another one until May of 2023. We didn't get another one until October 2023. So we're talking about just 2 signals a year, maximum 3, right? Our previous one was in February of this year. That was our first one, but it was rather short-lived. It was short-lived, but market still went from that signal from 115 to 280. Huge move. But our stochastic RSI, our momentum, didn't even peak out above this 80 level, right? It's similar to the Solana deal. where Solana had a similar move. It had a stochastic RSI cross around the same time, and it had a short-lived momentum rally, although it doubled in price. It's very similar, although Coinbase went up even more than Solana. But this is a rally that had explosive price movements, but our momentum didn't even get to its potential, not even close. And we're about to head down and have another stochastic RSI cross up in this calendar year. It'll be the second one this year. So what I want you to pay attention to is two things. Number one, the stochastic RSI cross, and number two, the price action green zone that we have here. We're also going to talk about this RSI. The RSI since May of 22, in other words, for 700 days, we've been in this channel in the RSI, having support at this white line and having resistance at this yellow line, and rallying from this white line up to the yellow line only to get resistance, and coming back to this white line only to get support, and rallying back to the yellow only to get resistance, and bowing back to this yellow line or white line only to find support. You see the drill. We're very close to this white line, right? We already saw recently a bounce up from that because this support zone is so strong. It's like a magnet. If you flip the magnet over and you repel the other one, that's what's happening here at this zone. Nobody knows if we're going to touch this zone, but we do know the facts. The facts are for 700 days, this zone has been very strong, and we're very close to it as we speak. At the same time, in price action, what we see happening is we ran into this area of structure. When Coinbase first started out back in these glory days, we ran down here and we ran up here, and we were met with resistance multiple times at this area of 280. So when we got resistance from this 280 area, that's not a surprise. We already had that highlighted on the chart. Then we're starting to see some curvature to the downside. We had a big red candle last week. This green candle that you see here has not closed, and we have this area of green here. Is this us making some sort of prediction on the price of Coinbase? I could care less about what the price is on Coinbase. I'm looking at the stochastic RSI, and I'm going to buy at the next cross. However, if Coinbase gets into this green zone, I'm going to add to my position no matter what happens. This green zone is just based on market structure. It's also based on the structure over here. But what happened was we rallied up to this point, and we had a huge wick here, gravestone doji candle, wick into this green zone, and a reversal. And then we rallied back into this green zone, had another huge wick, had another resistance candle. This was our breakthrough candle, and we're coming down. This is the structure that has been broken with this candle right here in February 2024. It's only right that we retest this structure. The top of this structure is just under 200. The bottom of this structure is at about 175. So if we get into this green zone, I'm adding to my position. It's a smart way to do it. I'm playing the long game. I could care less what Coinbase does today, tomorrow, the next day. And neither should you. I want you to get into a new frame of mind, a mind of successful traders, successful investors that look at the long term, that are looking to build wealth. It's a very new mindset for you if you've never been in that mindset before. But this is the mindset of your future life in trading and investing. We live in a world that's so short term. Everything like the TikTok and scroll and the Instagram scroll and the next and next and next and next. And then at the same time, we're being bombarded with like gambling stuff everywhere you look. Bet on these sports, casino this, bet this, boom, boom, boom. It's nonstop. This like short-term wealth that is a lie. It's a complete lie. It's like the lottery tickets. They are trying to brainwash the humans that these short-term financial successes are a real deal. Oh, bet on this sport. Oh, go to the casino and bet, gamble, boom, online betting, sports betting. It's nonstop. It's everywhere now. It's all of this short-term attention, and they're trying to convince you that that's how you build wealth. How many humans do you know that are successful, that that's how they built their wealth? Nobody. How many people do you know or you've learned about that have built wealth through long-term investing? A lot. Actually, the most successful people in the world. So which one is true? The one where you know nobody, Or the one where you're like, man, that's everybody. Which one? It's not what they're telling you in the news, that's for sure. Green zone, great opportunity. It's not rocket science, it's just pure facts. We're looking at the green zone, we're looking at the structure of this RSI that's been for 700 days, and we're looking at the structure of the stochastic RSI, that this one I think is around 500 days. We're talking about December 22 to present, about 500 days of structure with our stochastic RSI. Keep in mind, these crosses, they don't happen very often. We just went over it. Christmas time, 2022. The next one, May 2023. The next one, October 2023. The next one, February, right? So the longer this lasts for us, the better. If this heads down and stays down there for a while, even better for us, because price will follow. And if price breaks this structure, who cares? Then we add more to our position at the next market structure. So I want you to have this mindset. Don't try to get cute. Don't try to time the absolute bottom and time the absolute top to the dollar and have all the stress and wake up in the middle of the night about that. I want you to relax and be carefree and look at the long term. You understand the most successful people in the world have the long-term mindset. And that's a bona fide fact. Find me somebody really successful that has a short-term mindset, like the TikTok scrolling mindset where they're changing. Nobody. You don't build wealth that way. You don't become successful that way. Nobody has and nobody will. The long-term mindset is where it's at. So Coinbase is a great opportunity. And you may say, well, didn't it rise all the way from down here to up here? Who cares? What you want to look at is when you believe cryptocurrency is going to be a big deal and you're playing in the stock market, whatever Bitcoin does, Coinbase will do on steroids. And in my next alert, I'm going to give you one that's even more on steroids than this. Pretty wild, and we're going to break it down. But stay level-headed, stay patient, play the long game. If we have a stochastic RSI cross in the coming weeks to coming months, that cross could take us to our next market structure above our head. So if we look closely at it, we're like, okay, we're in this market structure. We played with that market structure a whole bunch here. Once we break this market structure, the 280 level, and we hold that as support, it's highly likely that we're going to go into this area, which is about 350 to 375. That area, 350 to 375. That's going to be the next area we play with once we hold 280 as support. It's a pretty big opportunity. It's an opportunity to make some nice cash. And this is a long-term play. Coinbase, it started back in 2013. This is an old company in the crypto world. They've navigated all of the bear markets, all of the bull markets, and survived all of the bear markets. You've got to get them credit. And then they have the approval to be a publicly traded company. You have to go through so much scrutiny just to be a publicly traded company. They're buttoned up, in my opinion, right? This is a long-term play for me. As I said back when it was at $60, I said it's highly likely in my mind to go from 60 to 500 within 5 years. And I said it could even happen this market cycle. And we're on track for it to potentially happen this market cycle. So this is what I see in the charts. This is what I am salivating about. So I wanted to share it with you. Huge opportunities to make some long-term financial gains, to build long-term wealth. I'll see you back here in the next video, because in the next video, I have something that's even more on steroids than Coinbase. I'll see you back here for the next video.